Hello and welcome to Big Brother's Moose in the Hoose, sponsored by Glenn's The Exciting Vodka. I'm Lindsay.
This is James.
And we're recapping the past 3 episodes of Big Brother Canada, our favourite show.
Well, yeah, after, Opposite Worlds and other stuff. And we're recapping the side show as well, which was really great this week.
Yeah.
So
if you like Scott, you'll love the sideshow.
Oh.
So we began the week with John winning HOH.
Oh, really?
Yeah, do you remember that? I can't remember what challenge that was.
Probably something about jumping under something and then climbing something and grabbing some items and then, I don't know. Oh, hang on, wasn't the balancing? What was it, the balancing thing?
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right.
That was quite good. It was quite tricksy.
Yeah. God, our memories are bad, aren't they? Fucking hell.
It was a long time ago.
I know, because they split it over 2 episodes as well.
They love that.
Now, for some reason, that Sabrina and Rochelle just got someone just got done calling them the Gremlins for no particular reason.
It's the new Chill Town.
Is it because you can't get them wet, or they can't go out after midnight?
It's pretty apt, I'll say that much.
Are they the cute gremlins, or are they when they've turned?
Aren't all gremlins fundamentally...
No, they're cute. It's only when you get them wet.
But what's the point of having them if it can churn out something that vile?
Because when it's cute, it's really nice.
No, I'd just rather go without the initial thing.
No, because then you'll think, oh, he's all nice, and then he goes...
And then your whole family's dead and there's some monster running around. Anyway.
Gremlins isn't that scary, even though you think it is.
I don't know.
So John got his HOH. Who wants to see my HOH room?
Oh, yeah. He had a bottle of whiskey in his HOH room, which he then went on to...
Needles.
Quaff. And then he...
Tourniquet.
He had to go... No, we can't prove that. Probably did have a bag of brown in there.
Picture of his girlfriend. Do you remember her, John? She's the one who's a bit uglier than Nedda.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I don't fancy Nedda.
No, but his girlfriend's like an ugly... she's not ugly, but she's like an uglier version of Nedda.
Well, John's not exactly like David Beckham, is he? He's like David Beckham... Well, David Beckham on Skag.
David Beckham's revolting anyway.
Well, there we go.
But if I was John's girlfriend, I'd be fucking fuming about the way they're all over each other.
It's game.
Big Brother Brain.
Well, it could be that. It could be Big Brother Brain.
Ain't right.
But there's no showmans. They're not getting off, otherwise they'd be showing it.
No, but I see them cuddling each other all the time.
Yeah, but that's because they're close. They get on. They've got a connection, but it's not like that.
Do you cuddle your female friends?
Sometimes. Not often, though.
You barely even kiss them goodbye.
I've normally been waiting about 8 hours for them to leave.
So then they did the have-not competition, which was beer pong.
Do you know what? I'm fed up with the have and the have-not.
It's boring, isn't it?
Gets them on nerves. Just one person. Say, look, you pick 3 people right now. That's it. That's the end of the matter.
They do that sometimes.
They do it sometimes. Why can't they do it every week?
Haves cannot stand us have-nots.
I can't stand the haves and have-nots competition. There you go.
No one likes it. It's boring.
Pointless. I also don't like promotional sections for Canada's Top Chef on the Food Network.
But I hear you've always been a fan of Sheryl Crow.
Sheryl Crow?
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously I've always been a fan of Sheryl Crow, and I've always enjoyed the movie Divergent ever since I was rescued on Richard Branson's Private Island at the Burning Building by Kate Winslet.
Was Ned rock and roll?
No, he died that night, unfortunately.
So this beer pong thing, do we have that in England, or is that just American?
I think it's like a college thing. But
I've seen. Boys
but I've seen it done on Big Brother USA.
I don't get that frat boy thing, do you?
I think it's just like
sexism.
No,
it's
it's basically like sexually assaulting people.
Because some frat boys come over when I was at university from America, and they were all like, "Oh, girls don't come out with us at night to drink. We just go on our own. Yeah, pussy."
Yeah, that's
like
what I've seen that as well.
That's weird.
I went out in Montreal once, and it was it was on New Year's Eve, and loads of Americans had come up because they couldn't drink at the age of 18 wherever they're from.
Yeah.
And there was just hundreds of them going, yeah, pussy, pussy, pussy. And they were just saying it all night and shouting and drinking loads, but they didn't seem to be actually like chatting any women up.
No, of course they don't like talking to women. And then I was like going to one. Then he's like, "Oh, you English girls drink a lot," and I'm like, "Who the fuck are you? We'll drink whatever we want in our own country."
But imagine not being able to drink till you're 21. It would definitely make you go a bit psycho.
It's like, look, we can drink at 18, got any drug we want, enjoy yourself, and then fuck off back home.
Any drug you want.
Well, yeah, back in the day in London.
Right. Were you Andrew?
Ketamine used to be a firm favourite. Oh yeah.
Don't say that.
On back in the day, it don't matter. On After Dark, I'm still about 2 weeks behind on my After Dark.
This is weird.
Andrew said, when I get out the house, I'm looking forward to rolling round in any illegal substance I can. Is that how people take drugs these days? Roll around in it?
Only if I won Big Brother, I might think about maybe. Well, you want a cheap drug, really, wouldn't you? Probably. Yeah. You wouldn't. Well.
Catnip. That's the only drug you roll around in.
Yeah, it's for cats though. Maybe Meow Meow is like the nearest thing.
Woof woof. They should invent like a human catnip.
But he's going on about being a massive junkie all the time. Yeah. What is he? You said he's a pillhead as well. Yeah, is that confirmed?
Yeah, pillhead. He mentioned crack as well.
Crack?
Yeah, but when
he shouldn't admit to smoking crack.
But when he said no, he didn't say that. He just mentioned crack. He just always talks about drugs. And then
Alison said Alison said he was a knob.
Yeah, Alison said don't talk about that, and she said you're going to ruin your mind and your body. Oh,
I'm just worried about your health.
Both are ruined anyway.
Yeah.
And then Big Brother come over the loudspeaker and said, "Do not talk about things that will offend the audience."
It's a bit non-specific.
Oh, it's like...
Please stop talking about narcotics.
Yeah. So in this beer pong thing, don't worry, we're going to gloss over this.
Yeah, just give me the headlines.
One thing was university, the other one was like BTEC or something.
Now everyone knows. If you get but maybe it's different though. Maybe it's different in Canada. But in this
one was college and one was university.
No, it was tech. Something tech, wasn't it?
Oh, maybe.
But yeah, like in this country, if you go university, you're clever. If you go tech or
or if you get an MVQ, you're like a thicker, you know. What thing have you got?
I've actually got none of the above.
That beer pong game was kind of entertaining. Do you think those big cups are actually full of real beer?
I don't know who the final two in that game was.
Rochelle,
but I remember thinking,
Sabrina.
Fuck me, they were throwing those things good. It looked hard. They were doing it from a far distance. Probably use magnets or some sort of trickery to make it.
Gremlin power. Oh yeah, so then Ned had got the arsehole because John got drunk and told everyone about her throwing away all the condiments. I understand why she was pissed off about that.
Condiment Gate, hashtag Condiment Gate comes back.
I think it'd been knocking off the drinking too much whiskey.
It only really affected Kenny, so it's a funny thing to say, but just go to show though, in Vito Veritas, doesn't it?
Now
he had his HOH robe on. He had his Sheryl Crow. No, he had his One Direction on.
Oh yeah.
John is a fan of One Direction. Now, what's going on with that?
Was that a joke or?
No, he had a One Direction mug. And when I saw him with the headphones on, they didn't say, but I just assumed it was. You don't know you're beautiful. Who do you think his favourite is? I reckon his favourite is
Harry Styles.
It's got to be Harry. It's everyone's favourite. Could be Zayn.
It's not my favourite. Zayn is my favourite.
Maybe he likes Zayn as well.
Do you know
who's the unhealthiest looking one in One Direction? I only know those two. So
there's one called Liam or something like that.
Oh, like other one.
But
other one,
do
number
you know
two.
the one I hate the most?
No.
The Irish one.
Oh.
He called his fans little bastards or something. Oh no, little cunts. I think he called them.
Well, that's what
you don't hear language like that on our podcast.
Bruce Forsyth. I told you. Some kid at my school asked Bruce Forsyth for his autograph, and he said to him, "Fuck off, you little wanker." That's a true story.
How old was that kid?
About 8.
That's funny. Now, a new power alliance was formed. Going to go all the way to the end.
Oh, yeah.
They've got this brilliant hand signal. You know when you go like na 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 na, or you could say it's antlers.
Yeah.
And they've got a really original name too, the Goof Troop, which we already had in Big Brother US last year.
Did we? I don't remember that.
Yeah, Andy was saying he was in it. But they couldn't use it because it was copyrighted or something, because it's a cartoon or some shit.
Well, they didn't seem to stop them.
Well, Canada probably.
Do you think that's
own...
why they pulled the plug on it? Because
yeah.
Disney got involved.
So, do you think that alliance is going to go far? John and Ali, final two?
I think... no, I don't think that's going to happen, no.
Me either. So then...
Yeah.
Oh, there's a chance to win a secret strategy session with Emma and Gillian.
When does that happen? How long have I got to wait for that crap?
What do you think their advice is going to be?
I don't know, but...
Drink milk.
If Dan Giesling can't talk sense into them, then sure as fuck Emma and Gillian can't.
Drink milk, cheat in tasks.
Cheat on... Put too many bees in your side pocket.
Be really unlikable.
Appear on Big Brother Africa.
Have a boring fake romance. Say that you'll pencil someone in for a future wedding when you're still going out with them.
Chuck your game away at the end.
And then make sure that someone votes the wrong way at the end. There, done. There's your strategy session.
Yeah, like give Topaz a rehypnol.
Yeah.
And, slip Ted a tenner and that's it.
So the upshot of all that was John put Sabrina and Rochelle up.
Put the gremlins up. Now, hang on. Are we, at this time, at time of watching, are we pro or anti-gremlin? See, it's like the turning point, isn't it?
I like Sabrina now, but I don't like Rochelle.
I like Rochelle. And
why?
Because
there's nothing to like about her.
Because it just looked like she was completely fucked.
She's a waste of oxygen. She's like, think of the worst like floater on BBCAN2. She's like one of those. She's nothing.
She can win competitions. She can win competitions. I like the fact that it looked like she was definitely going to go, and then.
She's nobody's nothing. Even Sabrina can't be dealt with her.
I don't agree with that. I like her, but I'm also sad to say starting to warm. You're right there.
Yeah, I got a cold.
Oh, cold. Yeah, right. Yeah. So, what was I saying? So, I'm starting to warm to Sabrina, which I thought.
I am too.
Who'd have thunk it?
She's funny sometimes. But do you know what I saw on After Dark, which made me laugh? Sabrina goes to Andrew. Do you think people think I'm a bitch? And he went, no, you're a powerhouse. A powerhouse. If someone said that to me, I'd think they were taking a piss out of me.
Yeah, it depends what sort of game you're playing, doesn't it?
So. She's an idiot.
Yeah, but Sabrina, though, her game reminds me a little bit of Danielle Ray's. There's certain, like, similarities between, like, just, like, smothering the whole house with, like, a blanket kind of alliance kind of going on with everyone. But really, she just sneakily counting down the numbers.
She's the last one left from the first 5.
And it's all... How many... Is it 2 guys left? And the rest are girls?
And then the 2 guys I like as well.
That's very unusual to see that on Big Brother.
Yeah, it's good. Then we had... I don't even know
when are we getting to, top trumps, veto top trumps?
Listen, bud, just chill your boots.
Now...
Come on, bud.
At the beginning of the season, the buzzworthy, like names for mate or whatever were like bro and dude. Bro, dude, bro, dude. Now we're on bud.
Hey, bud.
Do you think we'll see another governor?
The only other thing they like saying is...
Boss.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
no,
boss.
That's what you say to someone in a chicken shop.
That's what they say to you. All right, boss.
Give me that. And then, hold on, I've lost my train of thought now.
Oh, dear.
Oh, literally, that's the other thing I say.
Literally.
Literally. Oh yeah, so this was weird. Adele decided to use his card. Why is the computer making that noise? Adele decided to use his card, his secret magic power.
Oh, he went first?
No, this was before they were playing for the veto.
Oh, right.
So he pulled Alison out of being able to play for the veto, so he could play. But it didn't matter. Alison's got the butt veto, so it was all stupid, and he could have used that later, so he fucked himself there. I don't even know why he did that, do you?
Is that definitely right, that he could have used that veto over the super veto? Because he was...
No,
are we getting ahead of ourselves here?
Because his card was only to switch a player to play in veto.
Yeah.
It's not an actual veto.
But that person could be him. He could switch himself out of the veto competition.
You don't want to switch.
I know, but he can't take himself off the block. Yeah, exactly. I am getting it wrong. Yeah,
exactly. His power was less powerful than hers. I don't really know why he did that. Do you?
I think he said he had. Oh no, he didn't have to. He could have played it any time.
He didn't have to. So this is when the tide sort of turned on Arlie. I think Ned had a lot to do with this. And they started thinking, let's get rid of this complete arsehole who's bugging me, pointing at me, shouting at me, making up sexist poems, jumping over balconies with no regard for health and safety.
Dry humping Ica.
Yeah, arsehole.
Wearing a red
camouflage
kimono like sleeping blanket.
Stiff.
And he comes from Stiffyville as well. That's not a right place to come from, is it?
Stiffu up your ass. Now Marsha popped her antlers out again.
Oh, fucking hell.
To speak to Adele. Adele was rude to her.
Well, no, at first.
Yeah.
He was all over her, and then he turned.
I think you said he don't like her because she's gay.
But she's a woman. But he was saying, no, you're really beautiful. You look great today. I mean, I don't want to, you know.
Yeah. I was funny when Marsha said, you got to make someone cry. She said, try Sabrina. She's probably crying right now.
Yeah, that was quite good.
But meanwhile, this is like a Big Brother UK style twist.
Oh, it was.
So they called all the others into the pantry and said, you got to make sure Adele fails his task. This is straight out of BBCAN2.
Yeah.
Which I liked it because it's a bit of fun, isn't it?
I don't like it. You know why? Because one person's trying to get everyone to do something.
Yeah.
Everyone else is trying not to do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know how it's going to end up. It's like, I feel like I'm watching 20 minutes of like something that I know exactly how it ends. And I think, what's the point in watching this?
You old sport. Here's the point. Sabrina said she didn't want to go on a date because she's on her period. Does she end all dates?
Good strategy.
Does she end all dates with fucking them? John tried to get out of doing the exercise by saying, I'm going to shit my pants.
That's always a good one. Like, please, no one ever questions that. If you pull that card, if you play that card, no one ever queries you.
Yeah, that's true. And then Adele went back in and told Marsha she looks goofy. That ain't right.
Yeah, and then he tore a strip off her.
And then he tore his own vest off.
Keeps going on about how he's Canada's sweetheart and all this business. And God knows.
And then, Jesus Christ, this is endless. They went on those dates thing where they were handcuffed to each other. Handcuffs are straight out of our school book.
Are we really...
I noticed they had square plates. That's always a sign of quality. And Arlie did a big burp during dinner. That ain't right.
No. That was not a high point, really, was it?
So now we're on to the veto.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm just trying to work out what's going on. I can't read my own writing, which isn't really helping. Okay, so it's the veto where basically there was some Ramada Inn thing. There were suitcases and had to run back and forth and throw a t-shirt in a suitcase. Riveting stuff.
Well, do you know Ramada, the Ramada Jarvis chain of hotels in the UK, world renowned for their brilliance, excellent hotels.
Is that true?
Majority have pools. Oh, you'd be amazed.
And then John worked out a good strategy of rolling the ball up because he said he used to do that to whip people in the locker rooms.
Just goes to show bullying does pay off.
Yeah. And then John won the veto anyway.
Yeah. And how did that go?
I've written goof droop. Fuck this man. Oh yes, so now we come to the crux of the matter. It was the veto ceremony. John used the veto and took off Rochelle. Then he replaced him with Arlie, who said that's a big move. They're obsessed with saying big move on that show. It gets on my nerves. But then just as John thought he was out of the woods, Alison stood up,
opened up her arsehole and pulled out a giant veto.
Pulled down her trousers and pants and pulled a veto out of her arse, which she then used on Sabrina, of all people. I do understand it though, because it was her last week to use it.
Yeah.
And she just wanted to show that she had a bit of power, basically.
And she'd been grooming Rochelle and Sabrina all week long, so it was a good move in that sense as well. So
I really don't like the game Alison's playing though, because I just can't work out which side she's actually on.
But she's
on no side, is she?
She's in that. She's been forced into that spot by virtue of being a newbie, hasn't she?
I know, but I don't like it when you don't know where you stand with someone. It makes me nervous.
When does a newbie ever win?
Oh.
Never happens. It very rarely they even come close to it. So
that's true.
The policy they have is to always get the newbie out first. So she's doing all right, if you ask me. So I think she's playing quite a good game.
She is actually. She's quite shrewd, but no one trusts her.
Yeah.
So that's a problem. So the upshot of all this was John ended up nominating 4 people in 1 week. Unlucky.
Ow.
And
that's gotta hurt.
He had to put Adele on the block as well. Boo.
So that was his point of least resistance, really, wasn't it? Adele.
Heather wouldn't have minded. I don't
know.
know.
No, Heather likes Adele.
No, but it would have been Heather or Adele to go up. Do you know what I mean?
Heather's not been up for a while, has she?
That's true. So that's the end of that episode. Last hurdle now.
Okay.
Now we noticed Arissa was looking a bit better tonight. She's obviously been listening to the podcast.
You might have thought so.
Oh, you didn't think so?
Well, I mean, yeah, she looked like all right, but I mean,
she's more feminine than normal.
Okay.
Well, suit yourself.
All
right.
What? Oh yeah, I was going to say about Gary. What Gary was wearing.
This is seamless the way this is running. So John said that Alison hauled a veto out of her butt, which I quite enjoyed.
Hashtag butt veto.
Yeah, Neda looked fucking mad, like she's gonna stab her in the face. And then Arlie said, I'm just gonna like play it cool, and then go on, yeah, don't worry about it.
So let's get this straight. He did a toothbrush. Now normally they strategise when they're brushing their teeth. He did like a kind of a verbal assault with a toothbrush.
Shouldn't the big brother come over the loudspeaker and say,
please stop brushing your teeth.
Stop talking with your mouth full. Do you know what I mean? It ain't right.
It's not though, is it? But it's like, you know, when you have a go at someone, so quite often they'll, like, if there's something near them, they'll grab a glass and drink from
like
it.
To protect
it's like
themselves.
a defence mechanism sort of thing.
He could have been like, go on, like, you fucker. Do you know what I mean?
Like when he's gargling, he'd be like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. And then, oh god, I don't know what's going on.
You know what's happening? You're getting fed up with it.
No, I just can't read my own writing.
Big brother brain.
So Arlie campaigned to Sabrina and Rochelle, and I actually thought Adele was going to go. I thought that they were going to switch it up and just save Arlie. But I think in the end, would you want to live with Arlie any longer? Personally, I'd rather die.
Logically, if you were in there, you'd want Arlie out, because he's gone from throwing everything, doing a Peter Brown, to suddenly like this massive powerhouse. And like, that's not good, is it? He chose the wrong moment to step his game up like that.
Yeah,
he played too hard.
He did fuck his game up.
And he's a horrible cunt. And I was getting fed up with that haircut as well.
I hate him. I hate him. Hate is a very strong word, but I hate him.
Well, he's gone. He's gone now. So
then we had this cookery show thing. I've just written "fuck off." Anything else to say about
that? Was it called? I know it's called Canada's Top Chef, I think. And it's on the Food Network. They had to make some restaurant quality food out of slop or something. Yeah. They mentioned the host of the show on the Food Network or whatever, and then they didn't have them come in and judge it.
They did come in.
Did you see that with your own eyes?
Yeah.
What was I like?
You were just going, nah, I don't want to watch this, don't want to do the podcast.
Well, there we go.
Something like that.
Behind the scenes.
Don't feel
I completely missed those hosts. Were they rubbish?
They were only on it for about 3 seconds. That's why you
no wonder I missed it.
Anyway,
I'm not watching that food show.
I thought Adele was getting a bit too cocky, going, I'm going to be the one still here and all that.
Oh no, I want him to go now. I don't like him.
And then Adele was trying to chum up to Alison and looking her in the eye and giving her good eye contact. You said Arlie was acting like Taxi Driver.
No, what's that film called?
Taxi Driver.
Is it? Well, yeah, like that fella.
So Arlie's Save Me speech was, I will headhunt John and serve his head on a silver platter.
Silver platter. Now that's a nice touch. Normally you just say a plate or.
I serve your head up on a plate.
If you were going to kill, if you're going to sever someone's head, you know what I'd say? I'm going to serve your head from under a cloche.
We will never sever. Oh, like Michelle Bass.
Did she do that?
That's when they come back in the house. They were hidden under the cloches, and when they had the meal. Fuck's sake, that's like legacy episode. Fight night. So as soon as we saw Rochelle vote to evict Ali, we knew, because Alison was a swing vote, so if Rochelle was voting to evict Ali, they all were. I noticed Sabrina did the first 5 sign as a final fuck you to Ali, which I thought was quite good. I like the fact she's the only one left out of that first 5.
Yeah, I guess so.
Now she's not like strategizing all the time and going mad and being paranoid. She's much more easy to like. Ali just wouldn't get the fuck out of the house. He's like clambering over the barrier.
I did a bit of hijinks, didn't he?
If you did that on our show, they'd be like,
they taser you.
You've been evicted. You've been evicted. Please leave the Big Brother house. Don't stand for that.
They cut to a commercial. They come in with like a stun gun.
Taser. He needs tasering. And then we noticed Ali had a stool, so he got to sit down, which is nice. But then he don't get to go on the sideshow. I don't see where the rhyme or reason with that is, do you? Sense this.
How does it work? I don't understand their thinking. Is it if it's like a person they really want to like speak to, they go on the main show? If it's like a nobody, they go on the sideshow. Like I want to see Peter Brown speak to the evicted house guest. Yeah. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. I know when I see if there's a chair on the stage on the main show.
Yeah. Yeah, of
it's
course.
all in the chair.
Of course. And then the goodbye messages, Nedda said a nasty goodbye to him. And we thought that John should have done the antlers thing, but a droopy one.
Yeah, something like that.
He didn't. He missed a trick. Anyway, in 2 weeks' time, this whole house will be mine. Yeah, your mum's house back in Stuffieville. Go fuck yourself. I was thrilled that Ali went there, and I thought we were going to have to suffer him for weeks more. I was absolutely not pathetic. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Then we had the head of household tasks, which we actually got to see the end of for once.
That's unusual.
It's a rare treat, even though the questions went on for about 10 minutes.
And it was the step up, step down one. They all had really clunky shoes on.
Stop wearing high heels for that task.
Last time I saw Alison and Sabrina, I think, play that task, and they'd done it before, they both took their shoes off. This time, they both had heels on. Now, you tell me.
I don't get it. It's weird. You can. It's like.
Ted's probably like, well, put these on before you go out there.
Even without the heels, you could probably still hear what way people are going. Do you know what I mean?
I'll come up with a strategy tonight for this. Is that whenever she says the question, instantly jump down to the bottom step, no matter what you think.
Yeah.
Then think of the answer, then creep back up,
yeah.
or stay where you are.
That's a good strategy.
And then everyone will follow you, right or wrong. So, but if you do it quickly, people will think, oh, he must know,
yeah.
and then go from there.
That's a good strategy.
Not bad.
So we got down to the tiebreaker. It was between Alison and Nedda, which I wasn't surprised.
I was glad to see the tiebreaker come out. I always enjoy.
You like the blackboard.
Always like the blackboards. Yeah. Always.
You think they could get a whiteboard these days?
Oh, as long as it's not an iPad, I don't mind.
I bet you will be in a couple of years. They probably can't afford it.
They did the shopping task on an iPad in our one.
That's true. Oh, don't mention the shopping task. And then we found out Canada gets a jury vote. Oh, I don't give a fuck.
I'm fed up with all this fucking interactive, like Canada this, Canada that, like Canada's the bloody...
You can choose what goes in the HOH room.
I can even buy John's robe or whatever, but the thing is, I feel like I don't know what show I'm watching. I don't know where I'm at.
Do you want to just say you're not enjoying the show anymore?
No, I'm enjoying it, but I just don't know. There's quite a lot wrong with it, and that sideshow was rotten. It was rotten tonight.
The longest 22 minutes of your life.
We even checked. Like we checked what time it was when we started watching it. We checked what time it was when we stopped watching it, and it did add up to 22 minutes, but it felt like what, about 122. Rotten. Half of that was Scott.
You didn't like Gary's green lipstick.
He looked like Tina Turner.
I liked it when he said G is for jury. That made me laugh. You said something Peter said about better to be on television than not.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
He was having a go at someone saying, yeah, you go back to not being on television.
I know.
Well, that was a bit arrogant.
Not everyone wants to be on television.
I know he's got his Shieldcast empire and everything, but come.
Also, he got a T-shirt and an annoying friend who laughs like an idiot.
What, Alec?
Yeah.
Oh, bless.
With a little micro penis. So Scott, yeah, it was brilliant to see Scott back, wasn't it?
I think someone must have, because that was such a long slot he had, he must have been filling for someone. Someone must have pulled out.
Oh, do you reckon?
Yeah, maybe Andrew or...
They could have spoken to Arlie then. That would have been much more interesting.
That's what I think. That's the whole reason I watched that show. Is I want to see Peter Brown be rude to someone.
That Scott guy is so annoying. I would kill him if I had to live with him for a day.
Would you actually kill him?
He was just talking and talking and talking. He's got bad highlights. He's fat. He's annoying. I just can't stand him.
Oh, the whole thing was just getting on my last nerve.
But I think they got him in to talk about the war room, because at the end they put Nedda back in the war room, didn't they?
Do we really need a war room fucking specialist? They should have got the other one in as well then, shouldn't they?
Are you an expert?
Get Rotty.
Mr. Pistorius, I am telling you, you must take responsibility for your actions.
No, I was there.
Milady. I don't need to look at it. I was there, milady. Sorry, I've been dying to do that.
Yeah.
That's the only accent I can do.
Yeah, that's what's that bloke called? Harry Nels or something?
He's wicked.
Get Sam Rotty in there, he'll sort him
If
out.
I kill
send him Rotty in for a strategy session.
If I kill someone, I want him on my side.
Oh,
He's good.
Fuck me, not much.
He's good. Anyway, that's just a bit of political news for you there. It's not political, is it?
Not really.
So what do you think is going to happen to Nedda in the war room?
She'll watch some live feeds.
Yeah.
She might get to pick someone to take with her in there, because just seeing one person watching feeds is a bit boring, isn't it?
And they've shut down the live feeds for the weekend.
Because something really exciting is going to happen.
People are going to be fuming that I can look on Twitter. Selfish.
No, well, those feeds are...
Feeds.
Yeah, those feeds are free anyway, so, you know.
Yeah, you get what you're bloody
they can do what the fuck they want with it. Just enjoy it while you have it.
Yeah. Take this shit and enjoy it. Do you want to think of any Big Brother hashtag to film titles?
Oh. The power is in there. No, hang on.
Uh-oh. Perhaps we should have discussed this beforehand.
Yeah, you should have thought of that bit beforehand.
Is there something like a slot? No,
there isn't.
Oh dear. We can't think of any, but they'd still be better than most of those that flashed up on screen. Although I didn't mind throwing Mumsy from the train. And then, yeah, at the end they just showed Arlie's sexist poetry that included the words, "I have a blonde hanging off my cock."
I feel like there's quite a lot going on in the game. There's a lot of people going and coming, and alliances going wrong, and this, that, and the other. They're just showing me people like doing papier mâché or whatever.
Oh yeah,
or some
they did
crap.
another stupid fillery bit as well.
Yeah, Top Chef bullshit.
Oh yeah.
It's like, what are you fucking doing to me?
Stop wasting my time.
It's bollocks, just to sell a what? Sell a fucking, do you know what I mean? A bag of crisps or something.
And we
give me the mess around. That's what they do. I don't like it.
And we seen that Yukon Gold on like Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
It's rubbish. It was just all tractors.
I don't remember what happened.
There's tractors on it.
Just an old tractor.
Yeah, like an old farmer with a tractor.
I thought it was about looking for gold.
It is with a tractor.
Sounds like a long-winded process. So, anyway, we got mid-season fatigue, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry about this episode. Oh, you said never apologise.
Never apologise.
Oh, I'm going to apologise for something else now then.
Oh, what?
The mouse. Sorry about the mouse last week.
That's not your...
But we shut the cats out this time, so...
Yeah.
Should we do some more impressions of Pistorius as his judge? What else did he say? He said loads of things.
I can't remember, to be honest.
I can't either.
No.
Good though.
I can't believe they can't get him on a reality show.
Who? Oscar Pistorius?
No, the lawyer.
He's got mega bucks, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
So, that's it. Follow James on Twitter, Big Brother Bile. Follow me on Twitter, Light Up VM. What else? Facebook.
I think we give up on Facebook. But Player FM, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, probably some other platforms that we forget about now. But
coming soon to a cinema near you, Big Brother Bile, the movie.
Yeah, and we got a twist next week. We're going to not say or for the entire episode.
Thank you so much for listening. Have a happy Easter.
Yeah.
Bye.
Ta-ra.